And welcome back to more of Stranded. So we just took out level 7 in the last part. Got a few items in that level. And now we can actually go into the, basically what will be the lower right corner of this map. Now that you have the power glove, you can actually go down this way. And get into the next area, which now has the fast-moving fire octorock, which I think you've seen before. I think that's where you got the level 1 heart ring. Alright, nothing in here, just a jar shop. And your lens is kind of handy for kind of locating exactly where you can find secrets. Like, for example, here, this is where you can get your biggest quiver. And if you don't have enough money, you can just go back to, Kasotu, with all the ghosts there. You'll beat them up to get pretty much free money. Alright, in this screen, you get a clue about using the whistle somewhere. So it's in this lower right quadrant. And basically, if you don't find one of these other secrets, like you burn a tree and there's a secret, that's where you want to start looking. Or you can just use your lens, just to be simple, because that would reveal any hidden passages. Alright, so we'll be getting a mirror shield soon. You're being told about that one. Alright, now if you go into this little passage, you actually find, I believe, a Superman handler. An invisible Superman handler. So, yeah, that's really gonna help you out, huh? And then, maybe using your lens might help a little bit, but not that much, honestly. Because you'll barely see it anyway. Could maybe get a sense of what you're missing, I suppose. I mean, you're just gonna have to hack and slash away until you take it out. And the lens barely helps you track it. But yeah, it's a Superman handler. I mean, if it was just regular man handlers, it wouldn't be that big an issue. Although if you get injured pretty badly in there, you just start cutting grass. Pretty much pick up hearts in the grass. So you can pretty much get your refills there. And again, magic not that big an issue for me right now, because there's not too much stuff I'm using magic for. And it's gonna regenerate fast enough. Alright, now that I can carry, I believe 99 arrows now, might as well at least get some of them up. Probably good enough right now. Don't think I could be using this many arrows. Alright, you'll notice over to the right, yeah, you can't do anything about this yet. Two clocks. Now, if you use the lens on this screen, you'll notice stairs that are not on a tree. So this is where you're gonna use your flute. And you'll pick up the giant wallet. So it gives us 999 rupee capacity. 999. So that's gonna... I'm not even sure if I would do that on screen. Honestly, I might even have to do that off screen. Because it's gonna take a while to get that much money. Alright, we'll just make a little mental note of that for later. Yeah, you can guess there's something behind all these stakes here, so we'll just keep a note of that. Alright, so we go into this cave, which is the Hammer Cave, next mini dungeon. Yeah, you can pretty much guess what we're gonna get in this place. Alright, so... just letting the music play first. So, more FF6 music. I want to say this is Kefka's Tower. I haven't played the game in a while, so I think it's Kefka's Tower. Like the outside portions. Alright, so you want to go left first. They're going with 3. You might as well get rid of this first. And just keep a note of the teleporter there. Now, you can't do anything with that yet. But just to get rid of that Goma 3. Now if you go up from the start, and we're just gonna start this way. And there was a walk-through wall there, so just keep a note of that for later, because you want to just keep going on up. And this room, another block-pushing puzzle. Now, if you actually know what this spells, then it's easy to know where to push the blocks. Probably the trickiest one is this one. I'm gonna push that in first. And then all the other blocks are pretty simple. Maybe it's not that easy to see what it spells at first, but if you kind of untangle the letters a little bit, that's an O, and P, E, and an N. So it actually spells open, but not very obvious. Super dark nut in this room. Alright, this room, you actually have to go both ways anyway, so just pick one way and go first. Another pretty simple room. Just have to push the blocks to make the right arrow. Well, at least it's only one. One super dark now, that's not too difficult to handle. a single Dodongo in this room. That's kind of strange. It didn't mean it was only just one statue firing. The other three don't seem to be firing anything. Alright, now you want to go to the right. Yeah, it might be easiest to just take him out from the doorway because, you know, the floors break in front of you. And just take out this Gleeok. Not that big a deal. Now, it looks like that did absolutely nothing. But you'll see where this comes in handy later. So just kind of keep a note of the design of this room. I think if you fall down, let's see, if you fall down this, yeah, it takes you back to the start, I think, yeah. A little nice shortcut there. Two stunned at the same time. Well, that kind of makes it a little easier. This room... Oh, I think this has a lever in it, actually. No invisible enemies, okay. Invisible bats in this room. Pretty much, you know, slash away until the door opens. Now this may not be very obvious what to do in this room. I don't know if you were given a clue on this. If you use your flute there, it gets rid of the block. Now this room has a single invisible bat, so again, easiest just to go from the doorway and just throw, you know, sword beams, boomerang, etc. Because look at all these bubbles around. Here we have the invisible... Oh, not invisible, the level 3 levers. Well, at least we know they're all gone because there's the... whatever appeared there. There's a single heart. Kind of an odd room here, isn't it? Super dark than a couple regular dark nuts. Like orange ones. And not surprisingly, this is shaped like a hammer. Right up here we have another Patra 2. Have fun. Again, the longer you can maintain sword beams, the better. Pretty much I can jump as much as I want because the feather barely uses magic anyway. I don't think there's a pattern to how often that Patra shoots fireballs. Because sometimes it doesn't shoot for a few seconds, and then other times it'll shoot like a whole cluster of them. Alright, so if you go into this teleporter, you might remember the design of this room. So if you didn't take out that Gleeok, you're gonna have to go back and, you know, defeat it, because that's what opens this door. Kind of a clever design. It's like you have to do something in one room to trigger a whole different room to open. I don't think there's anything in this room. Oh, at least I can take out these trebles now. That makes things a little bit easier. You know, I don't have to wait for them to split or anything. I can just take them out in one hit. And just a simple two-headed Gleeok. Kind of odd because wasn't the first one a four-headed one? Luckily, this place isn't too difficult to explore. Keep that ferry for later. Keep it on standby since I can now take a few more hits and just pick up the ferry for free refills. And another Gleeok to battle. Another free key for you to pick up. Look at this one. Toho room here. And pretty much now you can make your way back to the start of this cave. Might as well use silver arrows. Goes as fast as their boomerangs. Okay, now you want to go into this teleporter, and this is why you wanted to just kind of wait before. You know, if you stepped in here immediately, you would have had no keys anyway. You want to make sure you have 3 keys. And there's the hammer. Not surprisingly, called the Hammer Cave. And the nice thing about this hammer is that it breaks Dark Nut shields, assuming you hit him, head on. And it does the same amount of damage as my sword. Alright, nothing else to do in this place. So after you pretty much take the hammer out. And which this can, hammers can be used to pound the stakes. And you can start burning bushes back here because you can probably suspect there's something there. And free magic jar. I might as well just stock up on arrows. Might as well. It doesn't even cost that much to get a whole bundle of arrows. And now we can actually head onto the right side. Now that we have a hammer. Another fairy fountain for your convenience. And, not surprisingly, you're gonna need the hammer to open the way to the fortress. And this is level 8. So this will be a little bit interesting to explore. Which we'll start that in the next part. Alright, see you guys later.